Well, both Coxes have their hands up. We're waiting for the umpire to be ready. There's a few waves just coming through there. They'll want that water to be calm. They shouldn't feel it too much in an 8. I'm sure the flag's raised now, and there we go. They'll want to get cleanly away, not catch any waves, and just press it out really evenly together as we have a look here. As you say, Felix Trinkle in that stroke seat in the Oxford colours. A little bit of steering coming along, just a little push away from the island as we look, but they look like they're in. Both crews have got away nicely.
Yeah, Oxford Brookes, very good line off the start there, dead straight. Cox there by Harry Brightmore. They're going to be wanting to win this very much. They're the fastest 8 in the country at the head of the river, and they've won all of the domestic circuit, and they nearly beat the German international in Duisburg a couple of weeks ago. So they're going to be up for this, and this is going to mean absolutely everything. This is the pinnacle of their year against what is a crew that's kind of been put together at the last minute with the GB under-23 crew. So you've got some real class and quality in both of these crews.
Well, I mean, fantastic rowing from both these crews. This is what you want. This is a side-by-side Henley race. You know what it's like to sit in these kind of boats with the opposition right beside you. Don't go looking out there too much. Arthur Doyle in the 4 seats. Just keep following what's going on behind you. He's got the Harvard cap on, where he's been competing for the last few years. Take another little look, and you'll see you're right in a race. Just keep with it. Keep moving with the crew in front of you. Yeah,
and this is the distinctive style of Oxford Brookes University, coached by Henry Belhash-Webb and Richard Spratley. They've really done a great job with the entire squad. They had something like six boats here at Henley Royal Regatta. The Cox Corps knocked out this morning by only a couple of feet at the finish, having led the whole way. And they're really now starting to move away, Greg. It's what I like about 8s rowing. It's what I want to see in top 8s, is that they put their foot on the gas, and then they put it on the gas again as they go through 250, 300 metres to try and move ahead.
Well, it's a secondary move they're looking to make, isn't it? The crew from Oxford Brookes. We look here on the crew listed for us as Newcastle University and Cambridge, but most of these men are actually at university in the United States of America, and they don't want Oxford Brookes to slip away from them now. Oxford Brookes, as you said, have made that sort of secondary move to try and get away from that starting part where everyone's going high rate. They've now settled in something they're looking to just lever and move away.
Yeah, and what you can see here, Greg, on the right-hand side of your picture is Oxford Brookes versus the under-23s here on the left-hand side, Newcastle and Cambridge University. And what Oxford Brookes really work on is the front of the stroke. In the 8, it's all about getting a hold of the work early. So they talk about sting of the legs. When the blade goes in, they really stamp the legs down. You can see that there. When they put the blade, bang, the leg's going down. And that's all they focus on. And that's why they're the fastest 8 in the country at the moment.
But to me, they might be pushing the legs down, but they're making sure the blades are connected. Sometimes I think you hear coaches saying, you know, smash the legs down or whack the blades in and all that sort of stuff. Doesn't really move the boat. It just kind of warms up the water as the blade enters the water. What I can see is that it looks like they get them locked, and then they've got that massive acceleration. As we see these crews already coming through Forley, already through halfway. Now it's into this difficult third quarter. Big question, can the under-23 crew start to edge back, or are Oxford Brookes going to keep moving away?
Yeah, Greg, this is where you and I talk about they're entering into the Badlands here. This is where you have to start the race again. It gets a bit quiet as you move away from both banks, and actually this is where you decide most of the races. And in that Oxford Brookes crew right now, they're going to be a length ahead, and they're going to have a really good commanding feeling. It's one of the best feelings that you can have, particularly in an 8. You're sitting there, you're on the bunk insert station, and I gather they've just broken the record, or equaled the record to the barrier in what I don't think are incredibly fast conditions.
Well, certainly not incredibly fast conditions, but we know they're a very special crew from Oxford Brookes, and they're managing Remnant to push this out to nearly a length. You mentioned it earlier, just how well they move together, how impressive they've been this season. They've been winning everything domestically really since 2016. You mentioned it that they went out to Germany. They went and raced against the German national 8, the Deutsche Achter, and they got within half a length of them. It's a very impressive crew we're seeing here.
Yeah, and you can see here the shot from behind as the blades go towards the beginning of the stroke or the catch. They don't miss anything. They're going popping straight into the water there. Bowman there, not missing much at all. But fair play to Newcastle and Cambridge University. They are not letting Brookes get away with this. They're not letting him move away. You've got what are arguably 18 of the best athletes in the country who bar the British team right here on your screen, Greg.
and the under-23s are trying to make a move back now. They realise now is the time. That man, Felix Trinkle from Oxford University, sitting in the stroke seat, backed up by William Stewart, Lenny Jenkins behind him. Those three in the stern of that boat are really going to be looking to try and make something happen now. They're going to have to make it happen. There's a tiny overlap. Is the race course going to run out? Have Oxford Brookes got enough here?
Yeah, so this is where we're really stinging. So the thing about the 8 is you have to take it hard off the start, try and get a commanding lead, and then it's about holding on. What you can see here is Felix Trinkle is actually leading that under-23 crew to the sprint finish, and they're kind of clawing it back. But Brookes moved again here, Greg. They moved again, and I think they're moving away.
Well, it's Brendan Edwards in the stroke seat of the Oxford Brookes crew. As you say, backed up by Henry Swarbrick, who used to row with, and they've set up a nice rhythm. They've responded. They can see what's coming at them. They've been in control. They've been calm through the middle of the race. It will have been hurting them. It will really hurting them. They really wanted the crew from the under-23s to drop back, but they didn't. But now Brookes have responded, and they're holding that lane.
They're doing very well. Matthew Glover, Matthew Aldridge in the 2 seat there. These are ones to watch for the future, Greg.
Well, we see him coming across the line there, and it's going to be just about a length, maybe at close to 3/4 of a length as they were crossing. But it is confirmation, the Ladies' Challenge plate, of a win for Oxford Brookes over the crew from Newcastle University and Cambridge, the GB under-23 8.